Do you really want to live longer? This question might sound like a no-brainer, but the irony is that while the question, do you want to live longer, seems obvious, many of us unintentionally, and sometimes even intentionally, undermine our own well-being. It's as if there's a disconnection between our desire for longevity and the actions we take to achieve it. In a way, it seems as if we have become our own worst enemies. So what exactly are the secrets to a longer, healthier life? Well, researchers set out to investigate this very question. The groundbreaking study revealed that the key to longevity wasn't a complex equation, but a series of simple, actionable steps. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what are the steps to a longer life. But before we dive into these research findings, I'd like to set the tone a bit. So please, just indulge me for a minute. I'd like you to take a moment and close your eyes. Imagine yourself on your deathbed, surrounded by all the people you hold dear. Picture the atmosphere. Feel the emotions in the room, the sadness, the despair. Picture yourself reflecting on your life. Now let me introduce you to a fascinating thought. What if in this moment of reflection, you were offered the gift of an additional 14 years of life? Imagine the overwhelming joy, the excitement ripping through not only you, but your entire circle of family and friends. Consider the profound impact this extra time could have on your relationships, your contributions to the world, and the legacy you leave behind. According to the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, adopting a healthy lifestyle can add up to 14 years to your life expectancy. Can you believe that? 14 years. So this captivating scenario isn't just a daydream. It's a glimpse into what a healthy lifestyle can potentially offer. How many times have you heard the statement, prevention is better than cure? Yet we overlook preventative measures because its impact isn't always immediately apparent. But that doesn't diminish its significance. Let me ask you this question. What would you do with those few extra years of life? That's not even a few extra years. That's more than a decade. What price would you be willing to pay for the priceless gift of an extended existence? You know what the best part is? It's not just about the quantity of years added, but about the quality of those years. Wellness isn't confined to a longer life alone. It spills into every aspect of your existence. So it isn't just that you'll be living longer. You'll be living longer and healthier. A healthy lifestyle enhances your overall well-being, boosting not only your personal life satisfaction, but also your productivity and performance. These benefits ripple into your professional life, creating a positive feedback loop that contributes to a fulfilling and prosperous journey. So as you open your eyes, well, if you haven't already, consider the profound impact that a commitment to wellness can have on your life, extending not just the length of your existence, but the depth of your experiences and the legacy you leave for generations to come. In the year 2018, Lee et al. Conducted a study to evaluate the impact of lifestyle factors on premature mortality and life expectancy within the United States population. This comprehensive research involved a follow-up spanning up to 34 years and included the analysis of more than 42,000 deaths. The study found that if people follow 5 specific health lifestyle habits, they could potentially live 14 years longer for females and 12.2 years longer for males when they reach the age of 50, compared to those who didn't adopt any of these habits. I know some of you might be thinking that these numbers aren't applicable to you because you do not live in the United States. But interestingly, similar studies conducted in Canada, Japan, Germany, and the United States showed similar results. Listen to this. The research points out that an alarming 75% of premature deaths from heart disease can be traced back to not following a low-risk lifestyle, a staggering 75%. And get this, around 50% of premature cancer deaths can be linked to not adopting a low-risk lifestyle. I hope that you're fully digesting the words that I am saying, which actually aren't my words. This is what extensive research shows. Essentially, 3 out of every 4 fatal heart disease cases and 1 out of every 2 premature cancer deaths could potentially be avoided just by embracing a healthy lifestyle. I'm not claiming that a healthy lifestyle is the only answer. What I am asserting is that it's a significant, if not the most significant, part of the equation. So what exactly are these 5 magical habits? Well, the first one is not smoking. Can you believe that there was a time when smoking was not widely recognized as being dangerous to our health? Well, the history of smoking is a centuries-long journey that has evolved from ritualistic and cultural practices to widespread commercialization and eventually the recognition of its severe health risks. Here's a brief overview. Let's start with the ancient beginnings. The act of smoking can be traced back thousands of years to ancient cultures. Archaeological evidence suggests that smoking was practiced by indigenous peoples in the Americas, Africa, and Asia for religious, social, or medicinal purposes. Tobacco was native to the Americas and became a central element in smoking rituals among various indigenous tribes. Tobacco was introduced to Europe by Christopher Columbus and other explorers returning from the Americas in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Initially, tobacco was consumed through pipes, cigars, and snuff. The use of tobacco was associated with high social status. It was a privilege to be able to smoke. The mass production of cigarettes began in the 19th century, leading to a significant shift in smoking habits. The introduction of rolling machines made cigarettes more affordable and accessible. The tobacco industry saw an opportunity to market their products to the military, establishing a connection that persisted for decades. Soldiers during World War I were provided with cigarettes as part of their rations, contributing to the widespread adoption of smoking. You see, in the times of war, cigarettes played a unique role beyond just nicotine. Cigarettes served as a source of comfort, stress relief, and social bonding. Smoking became intertwined with the soldiers' experience, offering a momentary escape and a shared ritual amidst the chaos of conflict. Eventually, smoking became deeply embedded in social norms and popular culture. Smoking was portrayed as sophisticated and glamorous in movies, advertisements, and literature. Tobacco companies heavily marketed their products, downplaying or denying any health risk associated with smoking. In the mid-20th century, scientific studies started linking smoking to serious health issues, particularly lung cancer and heart disease. The landmark Surgeon General's report on smoking and health in 1964 marked a turning point, officially recognizing the health hazards of smoking and prompting anti-smoking campaigns. Fortunately, governments worldwide began implementing regulations on tobacco advertising, labeling, and public smoking. Governments started to ban cigarette ads on TV and the radio. Smoking bans in public spaces gained momentum to protect non-smokers from secondhand smoke. The late 20th century and early 21st century saw a decline in smoking rates in many developed countries due to increased awareness of health risks. Developing countries are now grappling with rising smoking rates as tobacco companies target new markets. Tobacco use is the leading preventable cause of death in the United States and causes more than 8 million deaths worldwide. Tobacco use causes more deaths than the combined total of HIV, alcohol use, motor vehicle accidents, firearm incidents, and illegal drug use. Innovations such as e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products have introduced new complexities to the landscape of smoking and tobacco control. So you see, understanding why quitting smoking is so challenging goes beyond the physical addiction to nicotine. There's also a psychological conditioning that links cigarettes to positive feelings or experiences. For many people, smoking is seen as a way to cope with stress, connect socially, and maintain comforting routines. The habit becomes deeply ingrained in daily life, making it challenging to quit. Emotional comfort, improved concentration, and the pleasure derived from smoking contribute to the struggle of quitting. To successfully quit smoking, you need to address both the physical and psychological aspects. You need to untangle the associations that make smoking feel positive, which is definitely easier said than done. It's a complex process. Many people who eventually quit will tell you quitting smoking is one of the hardest things they've ever had to do. For those attempting to quit, setting a start date and documenting it can significantly boost success rates. Even in the face of relapses, persistence is key, as each attempt increases the likelihood of successfully quitting. Withdrawal symptoms, especially after years of smoking, can be challenging, but medications are available to assist you with managing these symptoms. That's why it's imperative to seek support from healthcare providers, as they are equipped to guide and assist you throughout this journey. If you are a non-smoker, I want to encourage you to be more empathetic and knowledgeable about smoking. Empathy involves acknowledging the challenges individuals face in quitting smoking. It involves offering support without judgment. Being informed allows you to engage in meaningful conversations, offer assistance when needed, and contribute to a supportive environment for those on the journey to quit smoking. Here's some great news. Within hours of smoking the last cigarette, your body begins to repair itself. Your heart rate and blood pressure start to normalize, and levels of carbon monoxide in your blood decrease, allowing your blood oxygen levels to increase. Within a day or two, your sense of taste and smell begin to improve, making even small pleasures like enjoying a meal more vibrant. The positive changes continue over time, reducing the risk of various health issues, enhancing lung function, and contributing to an overall improvement in your well-being. So the best part about quitting smoking is not just the long-term health benefits, but the immediate and tangible positive effects your body will experience as soon as you make the decision to quit. If you've successfully quit smoking or overcome other toxic habits, share your tips in the comments below to inspire and support others on their journey to a healthier lifestyle. The second healthy lifestyle habit is a healthy diet. Sorry to break it to you, but you need to give up or at least significantly decrease some of your favorite foods, especially those sugary, overly processed foods that are slowly killing us. And I know that some of you are going to argue that life is for living and that you don't want to deprive yourself. But to truly enjoy life, you need to be healthy. Embracing a healthy diet is a crucial aspect of prioritizing your well-being, and the positive impacts on our health are supported by extensive research findings and historical data. Scientific studies consistently highlight the profound connection between our dietary habits and overall health. Research has shown that reducing the consumption of sugary and over-processed foods can significantly lower the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular or heart diseases, and obesity. Even small changes like adding extra vegetables to your plate, cutting down on sugary snacks, decreasing the amount of carbs, decreasing the amount of sugar you add to your coffee, buying healthier snacks, and making the decision to stop snacking so much while you watch TV can have immediate and long-term benefits. Just make a conscious effort to do something. I need you to understand that no magical formula exists for a healthy lifestyle. Those one-week diets don't work. Instead, a healthy lifestyle requires a conscious effort and willingness to take consistent action. You need to put in the work. You need to sacrifice something. Number 3, regular exercise. Centuries ago, the concept of structured exercise as we know it today was not a societal norm, mainly due to the inherent physical demands of daily life. In ancient times, people engaged in more labor-intensive activities as part of their routine. They were farmers and hunters, and this manual labor naturally incorporated physical exertion into their daily existence. Fast forward to more recent history, particularly the Industrial Revolution and the advent of technology, and we witness a significant shift towards a sedentary lifestyle. Unfortunately, most adults, about 65 to 85%, lead a sedentary lifestyle, meaning that we don't move around enough, at least not as much as we need to, and more than 2/3 of kids are not active enough. This transition emphasized the importance of intentional and regular exercise to compensate for the decrease in daily physical activity. The rise of fitness movements, sports, and exercise programs in the 20th century reflected a growing awareness of the need for structured physical activity to maintain health and well-being. Today, scientific research consistently highlights the numerous benefits of regular exercise, including improved cardiovascular health, enhanced mental well-being, and reduced risk of chronic diseases. So what exactly are the current recommendations for adults? The World Health Organization, or WHO, recommends the following physical activity guidelines. In regards to aerobic activity, adults should engage in at least 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic physical activity throughout the week, or at least 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity. You can also do a combination of moderate and vigorous intensity physical activity. These activities should spread throughout the week, with sessions lasting at least 10 minutes each. Wondering what's the difference between moderate and vigorous activities? Well, moderate intensity activities require a moderate amount of effort. I know that's obvious, right? Essentially, moderate intensity exercise causes an increase in heart rate and breathing, but still allows you to maintain a conversation. Examples include brisk walking, cycling at a moderate pace, swimming, water aerobics, and gardening. Vigorous intensity activities involve a higher level of effort and significantly increase heart rate and breathing. These activities make holding a conversation challenging. Examples include running, jogging, fast cycling, swimming laps, aerobic dance, playing singles tennis, and high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. Now for muscle strengthening activities. Adults should also incorporate muscle strengthening activities involving major muscle groups on 2 or more days a week. This can include activities like lifting weights, doing resistance exercise, or using your own body weight for resistance. More extensive health benefits can be achieved by increasing the duration, intensity, or frequency of physical activity. Additionally, adults are encouraged to reduce sedentary behaviors such as sitting for long periods by being physically active throughout the day. This includes activities like standing, moving, or taking short breaks during prolonged sitting. It's important to note that individual health conditions and fitness levels can vary, and you should adapt your physical activity routines based on your own circumstances. Moreover, these guidelines are subject to updates, so it's always advisable to check for the latest recommendations. So, is there such a thing as too much exercise? Why, yes, there is a concept known as overtraining or excessive exercise, which can have negative consequences for our health. Too much exercise without adequate rest and recovery can lead to increased risk of injury from repetitive stress on muscles and joints, weakened immune system, hormonal imbalances, mental fatigue, and burnout. So, how much is too much? Well, this varies from person to person depending on factors such as fitness level, age, overall health, and individual goals. The majority of individuals can benefit from regular moderate intensity exercise without experiencing any negative effects. Balancing exercise with rest and recovery is key. Listening to your body, incorporating rest days into your routine, and paying attention to signs of fatigue and overtraining are essential for maintaining a healthy and sustainable exercise regimen. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, show your appreciation by liking and subscribing. It helps me out more than you could imagine. Thanks for being a valuable part of this community. Number 4. A healthy body weight. Maintaining a healthy body weight is crucial for overall well-being, and research findings underscore its significance in preventing a range of health issues. Do you know that we are currently experiencing an obesity epidemic? According to the World Health Organization, worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. In 2016, more than 1.9 billion adults were overweight, with over 650 million people being classified as obese. In the United States, the prevalence of obesity has risen significantly over the past few decades. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in the United States, the prevalence of obesity among adults was 42.4% in the years 2017 to 2018. And if we include the prevalence of adults classified as overweight, this number rises to approximately 73.6%. So roughly 2 out of every 3 adults in the United States are overweight, and 1 out of every 3 adults is obese. And obesity rates are higher in non-Hispanic Black, Hispanic, and Mexican American adults when compared to non-Hispanic white adults. Additionally, childhood obesity remains a concern, with 18.5% of children and adolescents between the ages of 2 to 19 being classified as obese. Wondering what's the difference between being overweight and being obese? Well, the distinction between overweight and obesity is based on body mass index or BMI. Individuals are classified as overweight if they have a BMI of between 25 and 29.9. You will be classified as obese if you have a BMI of 30 or more. Historical data reveals that as societies transition towards a more sedentary lifestyle with more processed foods, rates of obesity and overweight surged. But let's face it, discussing weight is a sensitive issue as it involves navigating societal norms and individual sensitivities. However, many of us are underestimating or not fully recognizing our overweight status. This is due to cultural norms, societal attitudes towards body image, or a lack of health education. I'll be the first to admit that BMI calculations have limitations and may not be the perfect indicator of your overall health or body composition. But for most of us, it is quite useful. Research consistently shows that achieving and maintaining an ideal BMI of between 18.5 and 24.9 kilograms per meter square is linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. So how do you calculate your BMI? Well, all you need is your weight and height, then you divide your weight in kilograms by your height in meters squared. Many online calculators and mobile apps are available to simplify the BMI calculation. Keep in mind that while BMI is a useful screening tool, it doesn't account for certain variations in muscle mass, body fat distribution, and other factors influencing your overall health. For a more comprehensive assessment, consider discussing your weight concerns with a healthcare professional. And finally, number 5, avoiding excessive alcohol consumption. In this study, alcohol consumption of more than 5 to 15 grams per day for women and 5 to 30 grams per day for men were associated with high-risk consumption. Scientific studies consistently associate heavy alcohol consumption with a range of health issues, including liver diseases, heart problems, certain types of cancers, and mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety. Every single time you drink excessively, you're putting yourself at a greater risk of developing liver disease. And it is best to not start drinking alcohol if you do not already. Historically, patterns of alcohol consumption have varied significantly. In some societies, alcohol abuse is very prevalent, contributing to social problems and health issues. One concerning trend in recent years is the increase in alcohol consumption among women. Historical data indicates that traditionally, men have been more likely to engage in heavy alcohol consumption. However, more recent research shows a narrowing gender gap in alcohol consumption, with more women now drinking alcohol and in many cases exceeding recommended limits. Alcohol consumption in women has increased by 83.7% from 2002 to 2013. Plus, females are starting to drink at a much younger age. This shift in drinking patterns among women is influenced by various factors, including changes in societal norms, marketing strategies targeting women, and stressors associated with the modern lifestyle. However, the implications of increased alcohol consumption among women extend beyond individual health risks. It raises concerns about the potential impact on maternal and fetal health during pregnancy, as well as the risk of alcohol-associated accidents and injuries. Over 3 million deaths annually are because of the harmful use of alcohol. It is the leading cause of disability and death in persons between the ages of 15 and 49 years. For us women, excessive alcohol consumption is even more dangerous. So I encourage you, be very aware of your alcohol consumption. Now, I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that adherence to a low-risk lifestyle has decreased during the last 3 decades, from 15% in 1988 to 1992 to 8% in 2001 to 2006. And this decrease is primarily driven by the increasing prevalence of obesity. Ready for the good news? Well, the good news is that your life expectancy can be even further extended if you implement all 5 of of these low-risk factors. As we navigate the realms of preventative medicine and the secrets to longevity, it's essential to recognize that the choices we make today can sculpt the canvas of our tomorrows. The journey towards a longer, healthier life will demand a re-evaluation of our habits, a reconsideration of our priorities, and a commitment to embracing the transformative power of proactive well-being. Consider downloading my free guide En Route to Wellness, which includes 5 steps to help you on your path to healthier living. I'll leave a link for a free digital copy in the description. Consider these 5 keys for a prolonged and vibrant life as an invitation for introspection. Again, I ask, what would you do with those 14 extra years of life? What values would you uphold? What legacies would you create? The pursuit of health is not merely a quest for physical health. It's a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and purpose. If you're ready to transform your life through wellness, you'd want to go ahead and check out this video next.